gotten a lot of requests for tutorials on how I do my mama bear cups. This one doesn't have a decal yet, obviously, but that's what we're going to be making. So I've started out with my painted cup, and I use a rose gold, a gold, and a light pink, and they're all Krylon. The rose gold and gold are metallic, the pink is not, and I've got a really thin layer of epoxy on here. And from Peachy Olive, we're using Athena, Chunky Rose Opal, Midas, Lassie, Skinny Rose Opal, Bubbly Toes, and Rose Gold Opal. And I always start off with my chunkies first. I'm going to go in with the Rose Gold, and I want to put it like right in the middle between where the gold and the rose gold is going to meet. And I'm just going to put a little bit. I normally go through and do 2 glitter layers on these. So after that one, and that was the Chunky Rose Opal, I'm going to go in with Athena next to it on the gold side. And again, just really lightly. All right. And normally I do a lot of these at a time, so I'm not back and forth so often with my glitter. And then I'm going to go in with Midas next to Athena. All right. And then I put my pink chunky next to my gold chunky, which is Lassie. So we're going to go in real light, right on the line. And I forgot to mention it earlier, my cup, I painted it, and you can see it's not perfect. It's cold out, it was dripping. That's okay. Your glitter is going to cover it up. It's not something that needs to be perfect. It's just kind of a guide for how your glitter is going to lay down. So that's what we've got so far. And then we're going to go in with our finer cut rose gold opal right next to the chunky rose opal. There we go. And just a little bit. And then we have our Skinny Rose Opal, which is going to be right next to this one. And this is our finer cut. And you can just put whatever you want on the bottom. I kind of sprinkle a little bit of everything on there. So you've got one little pink section left. You're going to kind of fill in with the bubbly toes. And I normally bring that over into my chunky rose opal, or my skinny rose opal, just a little bit. Okay, so you can see you've got a really good base going on there. So we're going to go in and fill it in and make sure that it all blends really nicely. All right, So I start back with my chunky rose opal. I'm gonna just go a lot heavier this time and make sure all the little spots get filled in. And Athena again. And bring that over into the chunky rose just a little. And put some on the bottom right there. And Midas again. And Midas is a color I got in a peachy palette. I was really nervous that it was never going to get added to the site because it just makes this gold color pop so beautifully. And I checked last week and she finally has it up, so I ordered like 3 of them. All right. You're almost finished. All right, and we've got the rose gold opal again. This is the finer cut, but it's not the really small cut. I'm gonna go over my chunky rose opal with this just a little in case any spots need filled in. No, the bottom. And then skinny rose opal. One more time. And then the last time that I go in with my bubbly toes, I really put it on heavy and just dump it into the skinny rose opal to kind of pull as much as the pink as I can into it. And I just and that is it. And I always go through when I'm all finished and I take my parchment paper and I will flatten it all down as much as I can to try and decrease any bumps when I go to put my epoxy on. Especially my edges. There we go. Okay, now I did this with fast set, so I'm gonna wait probably about 45 minutes and then I'm gonna layer it with epoxy. And then once your first layer of epoxy is completely dry and cured, you're gonna go in with your second, and I'm gonna do another part 2 on that one so I can show you how I do the swirl. And that's the fun part. That's what makes it look so beautiful. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. I'll go check them and watch for the second video.